Hello class, good morning. Today we are going to discuss with the attribute of the table tag. And before going to discuss, one thing I will tell: every day you have to watch the online video. If you are getting any difficulties, you can call me on my number that is shared by the school, and we will discuss what is your problem and how we will get the solution of your problems. So today we are here to discuss attribute of the table tag. So what is the heading today? Attribute of table tag. So first of all, I will make a list of the attribute. We have a border, we have a align, we have a width, we have a height, we have a bg color, and then we have a background, and then we have a border color, and then we have a 8-1, it is a cell spacing, and another one is a 9th one, we have a cell padding. That much attributes table tag is providing: border, align, width, height, bg color, background color, border color, cell spacing, and cell padding. All are important. List I have written because sometimes in the board examinations they are asking, okay, write the three attribute of each tag, and they may give the table tag. So any three you can write. You can explain also with the syntax and with the example. Clear? So my dear students, one by one we will discuss. The border attributes, if by default the table will display like that: table content, name Ratan, content is good boy, Anubhav is good boy. So look here, this is also one type of table. What is the difference is that the border is not displaying, and if it is displaying like that, then it is more clear. So to display the external border and internal border both, we are using the border, and border is equal to some numerical value, and that will decide the thickness of the outer border, external border. Okay, how much thicker the border will display. If you want to display more, then the size you have to increase here, then the thickness of the border will increase. Now another, we have align attributes. If you want to place your table into the, by default it will display into the left side. If you want to display into the right side, if you want to display into the center, we have a align attribute. Align is equal to left, that is by default. Either you may use or not, it will display to the left, and we have a center. So these are the three values which we can use: left, right, center. And now we have two more attributes that is used to set the dimension. Dimension means in how much area, xy coordinate, how much area, how much, that we can say how much larger table you want to display. Yeah, that means how much x-axis and how much y-axis in both combination you want to display. So we are using width and height. That is known as width, and that is known as the height. If you have some prescribed size of the table, it may display that much width, that much longer and that much what we can say width, so we can use here height and width. Now we have another attribute, BG color. If you want to display some background color, so you have to use here BG color. So that much we have discussed. Let's see here how we will use, because we can use more than one attribute inside the table. So if you want to use only align, you will write the table tag like that, table align is equal to center. Before that it is a border, so let me to write first for the border. Table, if I want to display into the left side with the border 1. If I want to display into the center with the border attribute, so I will write here align also and border also. Clear? If I want to use with the height and width, so table, clear, align is equal to center, border is equal to 1, and then here without closing the angle bracket I will mention here how much width. Now here we have a two type of value. I can write 100 also and I can write 10% also. My dear students, we have to understand both. What is the use of 100 and what is the use of 10%? If you are using the 100, so it will occupy the 100 pixel space. And if you are writing in the form of 10%, so it will occupy the 10% screen size. So this one is the better whenever we are minimizing, whenever we are maximizing. If we are minimizing, our content will automatically reduce. Our table will automatically reduce according to the screen size, and then it will take the 10% size. If we are maximizing, if we are increasing our size, so according to that it will take automatically what? Width of the table, 10% of the screen it will display. Same thing is here also for the height also. If you want to give in that much height it may display, so I will use here height in the same format with the 100 also and with the percentage also. Now we have a BG color. So here you can also write all together table. I hope you understand how to write more than one attributes. If you are writing more than one attribute of any tag, so simple rules you have to follow, and that you may remember as a note. Here tag name, here no space must be there. As you will open the angle bracket, just after you have to write here tag name without any space. If you are giving the space, it will not come to your web page. That table will not appear. It will appear as a simple text. So my dear student, don't give here any space. And then after the tag name, we have to give here one space. For the one space, I am representing by the phi sign. So here one space we have to give, and then we have to write here attribute, and all the attribute have a value. If we are using string values, clear, like your names of color, then I will use inside the quotes. And if we are using numeric value, we do not need to use the quotes. But if we are using such type of attributes, in that we have a string value also and we have an integer value. Means some attributes have a string value and some attributes have an integer value. So for all we will use the double quotes. Then again, if we have to use another space after the double quotes closing, again I will give one space. Again I will use the another attribute is equal to value. Like that we will do. And if we have finished our attributes, I will close the angle bracket. So these are the way. Same way, if we are using only border, so table, border is equal to 1. Attribute align, that means we have two attributes. So align is equal to center, one space, BG color, border color is equal to 1. Same here, if I want to use border also, align also, width also, so table, first one space, align, value close, one space, border, value, and then after one space, I will write here width is equal to 100. Same for that, height, that means we have to give one space. These are the way to represent more than one attribute in a single tag. So now come to the discussion. BG color. By default, our table, it may display in the same background whatever the background is set for the web page. If you want, it may display in some specified color, red color, blue color, yellow color. So I may use here BG color. Instead of the color, if you want to display some images, you have some images of the particular places, that also notating it is a table tag of representing that information. So you can use the images also, and for the images we have a background. Clear? So I told already, if you want, you do not need to use the locations. So your source code and the image both have on one location. Clear? Either you may keep all the files, images files, whatever you are going to use in our web page, in one side in a folder, and source file also same in same folder. Then the location problem is removed, only you have to use the image name and extensions. So we have a background. Now we have a border color, whatever the borders we are displaying, if we want it may come to some specified color, so we can use here border color. Now the very important topic is the cell spacing and the cell padding. So I will explain it. So, Aniket and Aryan, don't sleep. Look here. We are going to discuss about cell spacing. This is our table, and in that we have 3 rows, 1, 2, 3 columns, and A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, Aniket, Aryan, and Ritika. 3 names. All 3, please look here. I will ask you when school will reopen. So my dear students, look here. This is called cell. Cell 1, cell 2, cell 3, cell 4, cell 5, cell 6, like that, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. If you want, between all these cells, some space will come like that. Look here. Cell A, then cell B, then cell C. Means all the cells have some space. Then cell D, cell E, and cell F. Like that, cell G. Means all the cells have a space from all corners. Clear? So to display the space between all the cells, we are using cell spacings. How we will use? We will write table cell spacing is equal to 10 or 100, how much pixels you want to give. That much pixels it may display between all the cells. So that's the use of cell spacings. means space between all the cells from all side, left side, right side, top, bottom side and top side. So that is use of cell spacing. I hope you may understand, and don't think only that much will display. It will display all G, H, I, then another one more. It is displaying. It will not go to the borderline. This one it may display like that. So here Aniket, here Aryan, and here Ritika. Clear? So if you want to display the tables like that, in that it may display all the cells are separated. So here we have to use here cell spacings. So my dear students, now look here, uses of cell padding. This attribute work inside the cells. A space between the boundary of the cell and between the text means we are discussing about this space from all sides. So if you want to give a space inside the cells, that means separate the text and the text boundary. So we have to use the cell padding. Look here. Then if we have given here table cell padding is equal to 10, so it will display the text like that, A. Now the cell padding will work here, 10 space from the left side, 10 space from the top side, 10 space from the right side, and 10 space from the bottom side. So it will display the cells like that. And if you have used both cell spacing also, then suppose we have two cells, then again 10 space, then again that much, again B, then again here it will C, and then again here it is D. So my dear students, if the cells are displaying separately and content also have a bigger, so don't think it is width and height. What we have? Cell padding and cell spacing. And whenever in the board examination, normally in many years questions came, what is the difference between cell padding and cell spacing. So you have to tell cell spacing is used to give the space between all the cells, and cell padding is used to give the space between the text boundary and the text inside the cells. And you have to show with example. Example is compulsory in the programming. You will get 1 marks. If the question is of 2 marks, if you are giving only theory, so 1 marks for the theory and 1 marks for the example. So don't forget to give example in the board examination, otherwise you will not get full marks. And you will think, I have written the correct definitions, either I have taught you wrong, either board have not checked the correct copies. So my dear students, in each programming you have to give the example, otherwise you will not get full marks. Each and everything is correct also there. So now we are going to learn another one that is known as spanning. Spanning means merging of more than one cell, either horizontally or vertically. Clear? If you are, suppose you have a tables like that. Look. class, yeah, LFS classes 10th, 12th, 1 to 8, section A, B, C, D. If you have to represent the table in this manner, clear, in this manner if you have to represent, so what is that? This is known as merging. Merging means the tables in this one, it is like that. And here 1, 2, 3, here also 1, here also 2, here 1, 2, 3, 4. What we have done, we have merged these all 1, 2, 3, 4 in one cell and make one cell. When 4 cells are merged into one. And in which direction it is merged? Horizontally. And here, in which direction it is merged? Vertically. So that I have given here merging of more than one cell either horizontally or vertically. It is called spanning. And spanning is also of two types. The first one is a row span and another one is a call span. If you want to merge vertically, then I have a row span, and if you want to merge horizontally, then I have to use the call spans. So whenever we will merge this side, I will use the call span. Whenever I will merge row by row, then I will use row span. So it is very confusing, row span and call spans. In exam times it creates confusion. So you have a two way to understand. Either you may understand this one, call span, this angle, or this one, row span. Either you may understand if more than one columns it is merging in this horizontally, then rows call span, and if row more than one row are merged, then row span. So my dear students, in the coming videos, I will show all example of the merging, spanning, how we will do. Thank you. Today only that much. And you should write the notes and the program also, whatever I have made here. And you might try to make by yourself different types of tables. Then you will get ideas, and if you are getting any difficulties, you can call me or you can send me message by the school numbers, whatever they have provided for me, that by number you can. So thank you class, and please like and subscribe my video. Thank you.